Hi, I'm Steve Booren with Prosperion Financial Advisors. Welcome to our 2012 wrap-up commentary. Rather than a traditional year-end commentary, I thought it would be wise to address two primary questions that we seem to be receiving from our clients. One, 2012, what were the surprises? And two, 2013, what's your outlook? So let's look at the surprises of 2012. Who'd have thought that the financial markets would have delivered double-digit returns in such a difficult economic environment? With the headwinds that we faced, such as persistently high unemployment, the uncertainty in our economy, and the long, drawn-out political campaigning that occurred during the year, who would have thought that the markets would have performed as well as they did? Well, they did. And what was the cause behind that? Well, we do know this, that it's innovators and entrepreneurs, it's the private sector of our economy that every day are out there trying to do it better, faster, quicker, cheaper. And those companies are out there trying to raise revenues and raise profits. That's what they do every day. We also know that the bond market, surprisingly, has performed exceptionally well with interest rates remaining low. Many of us have been calling for higher interest rates. That simply hasn't happened. The Federal Reserve is trying to push interest rates down, and they are likely to continue to do that for a few years now. And lastly, inflation has been a bit of a surprise. Many people have been anticipating that we'd see an increase in inflation, and we really have not seen that except in a few small areas, such as food. Then there's politics. And gosh, what a long, drawn-out political campaigning process we endured through. And yet Americans spoke decisively. We now know that for the next 4 years who our president is. We know who we have in Congress for the next 2 years. Americans voted those people back into office. So let's look at 2013. What does it look like? Well, as we are approaching the end of 12, right now we're facing this fiscal cliff. And it appears that we're getting some resolution, although it's not finalized yet. Let's hope that that comes to a conclusion quickly. We're not necessarily forecasting what's going to happen in 2013, but we do know these things. Number one, a well thought out financial plan will help investors weather through storms, and that's what we do. We also know that entrepreneurs, business owners, and successful companies are continuously working to innovate each and every day, and that's not going to change in 2013. We do know that great companies that grow their dividends and share those dividends with investors is a great way to invest. We do know that interest rates today on bonds are below the dividend rates for many companies, and that's a very telling sign on the direction that investors should be allocating money. We do know that rising dividend, rising income is a great solution to many of the economic problems that investors face. We also know that there's going to be tremendous uncertainty during this next year. At Prosperion Financial Advisors, we care about our clients. We care about you. And if there are concerns that you have, we want to know what those concerns are. We welcome conversations with you to discuss the things that concern you. We also welcome the opportunity to share with you our views about the future. Well, as 2012 wraps up, we'd like to wish you and your family a wonderful holiday season and a prosperous 2013. Thank you for your business. Thank you for being a client of Prosperion.